another episode of Cooking Together Generations. This is episode 35, and today we are going to be making a Mother's Day brunch. We've got Mother's Day coming up. For all of those of you who forgot, don't forget your moms. And this is the best way to treat them. What better way to tell them you love them but through food, at least in my opinion.
Yeah. And this is really simple.
Yeah.
All you guys, you can do this.
So we're gonna start over here with Chef Brock. He's gonna be making us a vegetable casserole.
Woo! Hi there. Yep. This was one of my mom's favorite brunch recipes to make. So in honor of her today, I'm going to try to recreate it. So if I'm looking at the recipe to get my notes down, she had specific ways of doing things. So I want to make sure I do it right. So first thing you need to do is you need to get about a couple tablespoons of oil in your pan, get it hot. And then you want to add half a cup of onions, half a cup of green pepper, and a half a cup of mushrooms sliced. Okay, the onions and the peppers were chopped. You want to stir those around, and we want to get these nice and kind of started to reduce down a little bit. And you can chop some of those bigger pieces of mushroom into smaller pieces if you want as you're going around, so you're not getting just a huge piece of mushroom in your dish. You get that going. We're going to saute that just a little bit here. Am I doing okay, Dad?
Oh, you're doing fine.
All right.
Hard to mess this part up.
Yeah, hard to mess this part up. Okay, so we get those just warmed up. We want to cook, because you're going to cook this in the oven, so you don't really have to get these all the way cooked through, and you do want them to be a little bit firm when you put them in, so when they cook down, they're not soggy. So, okay. So we've got that going on. After those get cooked just a little bit, I'm going to take about 2 handfuls of spinach that I rough chopped, and I'm going to drop it in the pan. And then I'm going to put just a little bit of white wine.
The most important part.
A little bit of white wine in here to get a little steam and help me get that spinach to kind of wilt down a little bit.
I just want to eat that.
Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? And it won't take very long for the spinach to start to wilt down. So while I'm waiting for that to go, I'm going to pull my pan over here. And what I've done is I've mixed 5 eggs, 3 tablespoons of heavy cream, and some hot sauce. And it said 1 tablespoon, but I like mine a little bit more spicy, so I put 2 tablespoons of hot sauce in here, mixed it in with the 5 eggs, blended it up, and we're going to pour that over the top once we get everything else done. So set that aside. I pre-greased my pan with some spray oil, and got that ready to go. So now we can turn the heat down on this. The next piece, we're going to take about a half a cup of shredded potatoes.
Okay, that's about 10 ounces.
About 10 ounces, yep. And you're going to put it in the bottom. And what you're going to do...
10 ounces is not a half a cup, by the way.
Okay, well, it's 10 ounces.
You said a half a cup.
Well, it measured out that way.
Oh, okay.
So anyway, what you're going to do is you're going to take the potatoes and you're going to spread them out on the bottom, and you're going to kind of press them down a little bit. Almost like you're creating a crust for the bottom. Okay? Then you're going to take your spinach, mushroom, onions, and green pepper mixture, and you're going to put that over the top. We'll get that all spread out. Oh, God, that looks good. Oh, man. I can remember eating this on Mother's Day. A lot of the times, I know my mom would make this when she had guests over or spending the weekend with them. This is about half the recipe. She used to make a big sheet of this, so I was really excited when I saw it. And then what you do is you take that mixture, make sure you get it all blended up, the egg mixture, and you just pour that over the top. Let that soak in, get it into the corners and the crevices. Pat her down just a little bit. Okay. Ooh. Yeah, I still got some good stuff in there. There you go, thanks.
Okay.
All right, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this in the oven. We preheated our oven to 375. We're gonna bake this uncovered for about 20 minutes. So I'm gonna pass that over and then to Tom, and when we come back, we'll finish this off.
Okay. We're keeping this really simple. With something like that, and like maybe a ham, which I would suggest to do a little ham with this meal. We're not actually doing a ham, but I would suggest that be the perfect way to finish this brunch off. But what I have here are some mixed greens. Mixed, they call them spring greens, some say, and mixed greens. All kinds of greens. This is really simple, because all we're going to do is, we've got a can of mandarin oranges, which I've drained. We're going to throw those in there. I've got, about 6 or 8 strawberries that I've sliced up. I'm going to take, a good handful of dried cranberries, and maybe a few more.
I like
Dried cranberries in it, okay? And now most people don't, when they do a fruit salad, a fruit salad with lettuce, you don't see bananas in it, but we're going to put bananas in it. Like that, huh?
Why not?
So this
I like bananas too.
This simple. You guys, all you guys out there that are watching, can you do this, okay? Now, you need a little crunch in something like this. So we're gonna sprinkle in some pine nuts. There we are. And really simple, guys, go buy yourself some poppy seed dressing.
Can you do almonds or walnuts?
You could do almonds, walnuts, you could do other kinds of fruit.
Ooh, cashews.
And we're gonna put a little poppy seed dressing on it.
I love poppy.
Now I would probably take it to the table that way so we can see how pretty it is. When you get ready to serve it, of course, you're gonna mix it up and put it on the plate. So that's our salad.
That's pretty darn easy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Real easy. So we're gonna take a quick break. We're gonna finish up the casserole, and then when we come back, I'm gonna show you how to make some sangria.
Ooh, sangria.
We'll see you soon.
Welcome back, folks. We're getting everything going. It's been about 20 minutes, and just before we came back on camera, I put cheese on here on top of the casserole, and about a half a cup of cheese.
Okay.
I put cheese on the casserole.
Is that 10 ounces?
That's not 10 ounces.
Okay.
So about a half a cup of shredded cheese on top of the casserole, and then I've let it bake and get brown. Now you're probably going to want to do that for about 15-20 minutes after you put the cheese on and let it continue to cook. But you're going to get, oh my God, a beautiful looking casserole.
Let's hurry up and finish so we can eat.
When you're done,
Oh,
the
wow.
cheese is all gooey and ready to go. And while I'm letting this cool a little bit, and I'm going to get it plated, Amanda is going to be making us some sangria.
Yes. I think it's a perfect Mother's Day drink. Everybody loves sangria, and it's a nice spring drink. It really, rings in the season. So, you probably saw me make a cocktail a while back in some of our first episodes. I think it was like episode 4. And my skills have improved since then. So I'm going to prove it to Lorraine. She made fun of how I shake my shaker. So, alright. So, what I've got here, I'm going to start with my shaker here. Because what I want to do is I want to mix this up with the fruit and get some of those flavors in there. Mostly when you do sangria, people just mix the fruit in. But I just don't feel like that gets the flavors melding together quite as well. So, got some triple sec here or some orange liqueur. Oh, there's the cameraman hand taking my sangria. Alright, so what I'm going to do is 1.5 ounces of any kind of orange liqueur that you've got. And then I'm going to add an orange slice, a lemon slice, and a couple apples. And I'm just going to muddle that down. Woo! See that? It's squirting out at me. Oh my goodness. Be careful when you're muddling. I'm going to muddle this together, get it kind of broken up. Gonna add some ice in here just to chill this down and get everything shaken. We're gonna shake this up real quick.
Did you see that? We're doing tricks behind you.
Making it a show over here.
While you were shaking, I was flipping the towel.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my strainer here, but I'm also going to use just a little strainer basket because we've got all those fruit pieces in there and we don't want it to be chunky in our drink. So I'm going to strain my triple sec and orange liqueur through here.
Yummy.
And then I'm going to add some Merlot. You could do Pinot Gris or Pinot Noir. I like to do something that's a little more fruit forward but still a little dry. You could do a sweet wine if you like your sangria more sweet. If you really want it dry, I'd go for a Cab or something like that. But I'm going to do a Merlot or a Pinot Noir. Today we're doing Merlot. So we're going to fill up my glass about halfway.
Half a cup.
Yeah, half a cup, 10 ounces.
That's 10 ounces.
You know, you just Google your measurement, because we clearly don't know here. And then I'm just gonna do a little splash of club soda on top. Oh, my garnish broke. Garnish it a little there, and there you go. Beautiful glass of sangria.
Yummy.
And you can always add a little more club soda if you like, but we like the flavors of the wine and the orange liqueur to come through. So
Can I have
there you
that?
have it, yeah.
I'll set that with our.
Well, I thought you were going to drink that.
Well,
I was
we
thinking-
might in a little bit. I'm drinking mine right now. And there
There
you
we
have it,
go.
folks. Look at that beautiful plate of food. That looks so good. I can't wait to eat all of that.
Little piece of ham on there, some croissant or a roll, your salad, your casserole. So everything's looking really good for Mother's Day. Little
Okay,
sangria.
I have
Everybody's happy.
little thing I'd like to mention here about Mother's Day. You know, we're doing this whole thing in memory of Joyce, of my wife and his mother and her grandmother. I did the book for breast cancer, where all of our proceeds are going to breast cancer. But folks, just think about this. There are about 50,000 women that celebrated Mother's Day last year that won't be celebrating Mother's Day this year because they passed away from breast cancer. There's another 250,000 women that were diagnosed last year with breast cancer. And add those to the women already in treatment for breast cancer, and we're up at the million and a half. So just think about that when you're doing that. And if you've already bought the cookbook, I appreciate it. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. If you haven't, please consider it. That money's going to fight breast cancer.
Yes.
And we want your mom
Yes.
and your wife and them to be at Mother's Day next year and not have to go through what my wife went through. So.
Your support means the world. Just watching us and giving us the support, along with buying the cookbook, buying our coffees and our merch, means that you're helping us reach a goal of just getting rid of cancer in general. It is an awful disease, and we want you to be able to celebrate Mother's Day with your mothers healthy and happy, and we're happy we get to do this for Grandma and her memory. So happy Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there.
Cherish your moms and
Yes.
have a good, happy Mother's Day with your moms.
Cheers.
Cheers.